How grief alters your memory and your brain is actually so insane. And this is why I say those early moments, it is so important for people to be so delicate because, like, yeah. So I recently did a podcast with a very good friend of mine where I was talking about, my life, how I used to write before my daughter passed away, how I used to like write plays, and like I was into acting and stuff like that. And as I spoke about like my artistic journey, we then went into what my life looks like now after my daughter was stillborn. And then she asked me a question about family. So you see, when people say that, like, when negative things happen to us, we mostly focus on the negative stuff than we do on the positive. So let's imagine like lots of positive things happened and then one negative thing happens and you really focus on that. And especially when it comes to grief, like things get even more heightened, even more. So when she asked me about family, I immediately thought about the very negative thing that happened. And this was like the betrayal that I felt from a specific family member, how they weren't there for me. And then that tainted my entire experience of how people were there for me in that moment. And as I listened to myself recounting it, I was like, hold on a damn minute. When my daughter was stillborn, there was so much family. Like, I have a really big family. I have a lot of family in Portugal. I have a lot of family in Angola. I have family in Brazil now, and I've got family here. So much family that lives here came to the hospital straight away. I have a cousin, amazing cousin. Like, she was 17 or 18 at the time. And she was one of the first people to touch my daughter. I could even touch my daughter. She took pictures of my daughter. I couldn't even do that. There was one auntie by my side who was present in giving birth, and she's an auntie who goes to everyone's births. Like, she was there. Then everyone came through. There was like probably 20 plus people. And it's actually making me sad as I think about it, because it's like I became so focused on that one person that didn't show up that it's almost like my memory neglected the people that were there. And I actually just want to say I'm so sorry, because like my family did show up to me. They did actually show up to me. Yeah. My cousin, he stayed in the hospital with me. Like, he didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do. And even in the time that he was there, I was like, oh my gosh, he's not even talking to me. But he was there. He slept there. Do you know what I mean? Another cousin whose birthday it was that Mila was born, she was there, and today she has a tattoo of my daughter's name. Mila was born on the 29th of December, a few days before New Year's. Family spent New Year's Day in the hospital with me, and again, like, it's so ridiculous. Like, we're Angolan, innit, and everything is supposed to be a celebration, and this wasn't celebratory time at all. But they were doing New Year's in a gentle and delicate way, as if it was New Year's, and somehow I felt so comforted by that. I had an amazing friend who came every single day. There was another friend who was there as well. All my friends that I consider really close came, and those who couldn't contacted me. And it's like, it really it just shows how hurt I was by that one person, that it's almost like I glazed over everyone else who was there. And I'm so sorry to my family, and I'm so thankful to them as well, because that meant so much to me. That really did. And I felt like I needed to make this video about that, because I was like, wow, it's like brain fog. It's like I forgot all of that because I was so focused on this one person that didn't call me, you know? Insane.